That was a tough evening for you.
It's been a tough 2 weeks. Yeah. Bested in every area today off a very, very good team.
You couldn't have a much harder start to the season, could you, than Saints and Catalans?
We couldn't, but I think we know it's a great yardstick for us, but we know the level, don't we? That's a very, very high level. They're a very, very good team. Very good team.
Side's efforts today. Do you think you deserved the score in the end?
No.
Would you make
I know last week we should have scored 3 or 4 tries against St Helens, 100%. There's a couple of them last week. I thought, how did we not convert there? Not today, no.
Why is that? What went wrong?
We didn't create any chances, did we? We didn't create any pressure. Same pictures as last week, so we don't get a good start. 3 tries down, and you overchase the game. Our outcomes are really poor. Jordan Abdul's kicking game today was unbelievable. Our back 5 had to fight so hard for the ball. We spoke about a greasy ball under low floodlights, how difficult that would be. And every single ball was an unbelievable competition for our back 5 to get. We were panicking, running last plays because we thought we had to score. And it's a massive focus for us to build games, and we're not doing it. But we will do. We will do.
Can you afford to look at the occasion as a positive? The biggest crowd, depending on whether you want to go back to 2010 or 2013.
Yeah, amazing, brilliant. This season is about this club growing in all areas. Now, the club's made some decisions in terms of where they want to invest certain areas of money to kind of improve our overall standing. And it's about this on the field. It's going to take us time to adjust, isn't it? 100%. And that's the process we're going through. Off the field, that was magic today. 5,500 in and around that figure, was it? I believe was fantastic. And when you start adding into that the away support of some of the bigger supported teams, you're not far off 3/4 of the stadium full. So massive day for the club as a collective.
Just also, again, your coach, you're worrying about what's happening on the field, but the fact that people didn't leave early, the fact that there were kids cheering in the last 10 minutes, I mean, they're perhaps unexpected things, really, aren't they? Unexpected positives.
Yeah, I'm gutted we couldn't give them something to cheer about, all the kids and all the new fans and all the new eyes on London Rugby League, but it just wasn't meant to be, was it? It was always a tough old, home draw first up, that wasn't it? But it is what it is. The positives of the day for the club is the crowd and the atmosphere. I thought was great today. The adjustments that the team need to make on the field are there for everyone to see.
You talked last week about bringing in reinforcements for some blokes who've got long-term injuries. Any more updates on that?
We'll look to hopefully bring in another player next week. But that's all dependent on a few bits and pieces. Another lone player. It won't be a spine player. We're not looking to kind of adjust anything in around the spine. We're happy with Ollie Leyland at fullback. Alex Walker's on the verge. He's very, very close. And we've obviously got James Meadows and Jack Campagnolo there as well. Sam Davis at 9. We do need another 9, but that's more of an extensive search.
Right. So you talked about not creating enough. Is that it's partly down to the opposition, but are there things you can do in your own house to create more?
We didn't have field position, did we? And that came through physicality. So our physicality is down at the minute. I'm talking sheer stature of players and the things that Lewis Bierneck brings to the table and Emmanuel Wayne brings to the table and Bill Leyland brings to the table. And we're missing those bodies. So I think that's probably the smallest team I've probably fielded at one point. I don't think we had a player in the middle over as tall as me at one point. Dealing with Busquets and people like that. So it was an almighty challenge. But we've got to win the physicality battle to win the field position battle, haven't we? But the disappointing bit was in the first half when we did get a little bit of territory, we just fell into the same trap as last week, thinking we needed to score and not building pressure.
No more injuries, no new ones?
The first time in a long time, acutely, there's no injuries, but we'll get a medical check tomorrow, and we'll see.
Do you think the players, I mean, it's a long time coming, 5 years back, and obviously it's back in the big time. Do you think the players felt that, and maybe that was what was inhibiting making chances? I mean, not just that Catalans were very physical, strong. there something in
No.
that, you think, in there?
No, not at all. Today, the start of the game burnt us today. Like the energy it took out of us.
The first try.
They had 19, 20 sets with the ball. We had 13, and their outcomes were all landing in the 5 and creating absolute chaos. And we had 13 sets of the ball, and our outcomes were just gifting the ball back to them. So the energy battle that we lost was massive in terms of our ability to create any type of ruck speed, any type of indecision when we were down there. So no, I don't think it was us adjusting in terms of our execution of plays. We just didn't give ourselves a chance to get in their 10 and execute any plays. If you look at most of their tries were on goal line. We very simply got into our 10. We defended their shapes pretty well. It was actually in and around the try line. Little short plays, little clock offs that cost us.